Imagine a book that could redefine everything you thought you knew about the Bible. A book that questions God directly, explores the end of the world in vivid detail, and reveals secrets about humanity's fate. But what if I told you this book was erased, removed from most modern Bibles? Why? What was so dangerous about it? This is the Book of Esdras. And today we're diving into the forbidden knowledge it holds and why it was cast aside. But before we dive in, if this is your first time here, please subscribe, like, and share this video to help spread the hidden truths of Scripture to others. Now let's get started. The Bible we hold today didn't come together in a single day. It's the product of centuries of decisions, debates, and yes, exclusions. Among the texts that didn't make the final cut for many Christian traditions is the Book of Esdras. Known in different traditions as 2nd Esdras or 4th Ezra, this book was once revered but is now largely forgotten. Today, Esdras is considered part of the Apocrypha, a collection of books excluded from most Protestant Bibles but still found in some Catholic and Orthodox versions. But why was it excluded in the first place? What was in this book that sparked so much controversy? To understand the Book of Esdras, we need to look at the man behind it. Ezra, a Jewish priest and scribe who lived during the Babylonian exile. Ezra was a leader, a reformer, and a writer. He's credited with bringing the Israelites back to Jerusalem and re-establishing God's law. But in the Book of Esdras, we meet a very different Ezra, a man wrestling with questions that many of us can relate to. Why does evil exist? Why do the righteous suffer? And what is God's ultimate plan for humanity? These questions form the backbone of Esdras. And the answers Ezra receives through visions are nothing short of extraordinary. The Book of Esdras is divided into 3 parts, each more mysterious and profound than the last. The first part opens with Ezra lamenting the destruction of Jerusalem, but soon, the narrative takes a dramatic turn. Ezra is taken into the heavens and shown a series of visions that reveal God's plan for the world. In one vision, Ezra sees a 3-headed eagle, a symbol of oppressive empires destined to rise and fall. This eagle is described in intricate detail, its heads representing rulers and powers that bring chaos to the world. Another vision introduces a lion, representing the Messiah, who will bring ultimate justice. This lion's roar shakes the foundations of the earth, symbolizing the transformative power of divine intervention. And then there's the prophecy of the end times, a vivid description of chaos, famine, and divine judgment that paints a chilling picture of what lies ahead. But perhaps the most controversial part of Esdras is its exploration of the afterlife. It describes in vivid detail the fates of the righteous and the wicked. The righteous will experience peace and glory, while the wicked face unimaginable torment, a teaching that would later influence Christian views on heaven and hell. These descriptions are not just metaphors. They're graphic, detailed, and designed to provoke deep reflection. Given its powerful content, why was the Book of Esdras removed from most Bibles? The answer lies in the complex history of the biblical canon. In the early days of Christianity, there wasn't a single agreed-upon list of books. Different communities included different texts. Some regarded Esdras as essential scripture, while others viewed it as a supplementary text. Esdras was included in the Septuagint, the Greek translation of the Hebrew Bible. It was even quoted by early church fathers like Clement of Alexandria and Ambrose. These early endorsements highlight the book's initial significance. However, by the time of the Protestant Reformation in the 16th century, the Bible was being scrutinized like never before. Reformers like Martin Luther questioned the legitimacy of books that lacked clear apostolic origins or were deemed too mystical. The Book of Esdras, with its apocalyptic themes and speculative theology, didn't make the cut. It was relegated to the Apocrypha, a collection of texts considered valuable but not divinely inspired. This relegation marked the beginning of Esdras' decline in mainstream Christian teaching. Despite its removal, the Book of Esdras continues to intrigue scholars and seekers of truth. Some believe it was excluded because it dared to ask questions that made church authorities uncomfortable. Others suggest it reveals truths about the end times that were too controversial to include in the canon. These theories spark debates about the motives behind its exclusion. Esdras doesn't shy away from the hard questions. It delves into topics like predestination, the purpose of suffering, and the ultimate fate of humanity. Could it be that the truths in this book were considered too dangerous, too revealing for the average believer? This possibility raises important questions about the nature of faith and the role of Scripture in guiding believers. So, what does the Book of Esdras teach us today? First, it reminds us that faith doesn't mean having all the answers. Ezra's willingness to wrestle with God's plan shows that doubt and questioning are part of a deeper faith journey. His struggles reflect the universal human quest for understanding and meaning. Second, it challenges us to think critically about the Bible itself. Why were certain books included while others were excluded? And what can these forbidden texts teach us about God, humanity, and ourselves? These questions are not just academic. They have practical implications for how we approach our faith and understanding of Scripture. Though it's not part of most Bibles today, the Book of Esdras remains a vital piece of biblical literature. It offers a window into the spiritual struggles of ancient times and provides insights that are still relevant today. Its themes of justice, redemption, and divine intervention resonate across the ages, reminding us of the enduring power of faith and Scripture. Esdras also invites us to consider the dynamic nature of Revelation. The visions and messages it contains are not static. They challenge us to engage actively with our beliefs and the mysteries of the divine. This engagement fosters a deeper connection to our faith and a greater appreciation for the complexities of spiritual life. So, whether you view it as scripture, history, or poetry, Esdras has something to say to everyone who dares to ask. What is God's ultimate plan for the world? This question is as relevant today as it was in Ezra's time, and it challenges us to seek answers with humility and an open heart. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Should the Book of Esdras have been included in the Bible? Or do you agree with the decision to leave it out? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the mysteries of Scripture and faith. As we wrap up, let's remember that the story of the Bible is not just about the texts we have, but also about the ones we've lost. The Book of Esdras reminds us that the journey of faith is as much about the questions we ask as the answers we receive. So, keep questioning, keep seeking, and keep growing in your faith journey. Until next time, may your search for truth bring you closer to the divine.